I'm Julie Medina, and I played Adele.
How would you describe Promise of the Butterfly?
Well, I guess I would describe it as a coming of age, not just for Doran, but also for Adele. I think they were both struggling and trying to find themselves, and then I would also describe it as a film that takes ballet and puts it in as an expression, one more dimension of expression for this coming of age story as well. I think my favorite memory is how well Meredith directed me, because she's an actor, and directing an actor, she could get inside my mind and say, okay, on this scene, I want you to feel like you just took a warm bath, wrapped yourself in a robe, but you're still very fragile. Now, I don't know how many directors could actually do that, and maybe it also takes a woman, but she was amazing at directing. And then, of course, just the film itself, her eye is amazing.
Is that much different than just having a director that's not an actor first?
Yes. I've had directors who are not actors, and I would ask them, okay, you want me to sound like this, but could you just give me an example? And, they'll look at me like, no, I can't even imagine how to give you an example, and yet they had something very specific in mind, so it can be frustrating at times to try and, read between the lines.
How was the experience on set different from other film sets you've been on?
Well, as I said, because of the director and also the script was so well written. Andrew is amazing with conversation, making it very real, very down to earth, and yet, concise and getting to the point, so it doesn't ramble. You want a coming of age, there's a lot of angst, but you don't want it to sound like angst. You want it to sound like I'm just trying to find myself and to get there. And he was able to do that. So fabulous.
What were your biggest challenges on set, and what helped you overcome that?
Weirdly, my biggest challenge was the onions that I was cutting up, because I could not cry. I don't know, from what I looked up afterwards, it's like you have to buy cheap onions and they shouldn't be refrigerated and things like that. But at one point, I was actually taking each onion half and going like this.
No way.
And I still couldn't cry. So I think that was probably the most frustrating part, but really I could get into the character. I totally understood her and her motivation, so I didn't have any real struggles with it.
That's so funny that onions couldn't do it for you.
Right? Who heard that?
About Doran.
Yeah?
Maybe a change of scene isn't a bad idea.
Well, right, that's what I thought too, but I don't know, he's just
Troubled?
troubled.
Sure, why not? He's stuck.
He's bored.
He should go back to school.
He should find something he likes doing.
He can do that at school.
Really, and get a degree in business and death by hypertension.
What was interesting is I had just been through the process of finding out what would make me happy. As actually a fourth career, I was a writer, an advertising writer, a creative director, a marketing director, and I still wasn't feeling it. And so I had gone through the struggles. What will make me happy? Trying this, trying that. And so I could totally relate to the character trying to find herself, because I'd been there. So it was a match made in heaven.
Very cool.
Say so.
So it really, playing the character was as easy as stepping into your own shoes.
Exactly.
Very cool. I assume you want people to see this movie, but
Yes.
Why do you want people to see this movie? What makes it special? What makes it stand out from every other film?
Well, because, and I mentioned this before, because Meredith used ballet as a way of expressing another dimension of emotion, instead of, oh, that's a ballet movie, or oh, it had, just, you know, touches of a dance or something like that. This really evoked all your senses, and I think that is probably, you know, the best thing a movie can do for you.
Any final thoughts or anything you'd like to say about the production or KT Productions in general?
Well, KT Productions, being, you know, Andrew and Meredith are such a dynamic team that I can't wait for the world to see them. They are, you know, the yin and yang that just kind of explode off the screen. They're perfect for each other, and they know how to get the most from each other. So this pairing of these two creatives is really, as I said, it's going to blow the world away.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.